guys approach this game? Once the season's winding down, things are not looking as positive perhaps as they were a week ago. Just how do you guys go about it?
Yeah, I mean it's a big game for us, obviously. We're still in it. We know what we have to do to have a chance, and obviously that's still a very tight checking group over there. So it's going to be a tight game, and we'll be ready for it.
What has LA done well against you guys this year?
Yeah, like I said, I think they just still play that tight checking game. It's hard to play against, and they're hard on you. They play a hard, heavy kind of game, and those games are usually the hardest to play.
Leon, this might be a team that you're playing against that may not score the most goals in the league, but when they score first, they win often. 20 of 28 wins have come when they scored first. How important is that first goal tonight?
Yeah, it's huge. I think that's like every game, though. If you play with the lead, you often play a little looser. You have more confidence, and it's a big game for us, like I said. And like you said, we're gonna make sure we'll score the first goal tonight.
Now, is a big part of that reason why they're able to defend that lead, perhaps a little bit of championship pedigree, even though they may be 5 years removed from the last cup?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, they've had a lot of success in the last couple of years. So they still have a lot of veteran players from that team, and obviously they know how to defend leads, and they know how to play that way. So again, like I said, we'll have to make sure to get off to a good start and hopefully score the first goal.
Thanks, Jan.
Impressive game in Calgary yesterday. How do you guys go about tending to business against the Kings?
Well, they're a hard team to play against no matter where they are in the standings. They have veteran players over there that have won, and they're not going to give up. So they've always played us hard. They know how to play. It's always a tight checking game, and we need to be ready to work tonight if we're going to be successful.
You guys are about to set new career highs in goals and points yourself. Leon does it every time he gets a point. Connor's on the cusp of setting a new career high. What are those guys like as players? Does a guy like McDavid even have another gear, and is it fathomable to think that a guy like Connor could reach another level?
Well, he for sure has another gear. He's only 21 years old. If you put it in that perspective, you realize his body is still maturing. You can see it each year, but he's going to be a hell of a player for many years to come, and I definitely think he has another gear. I think he even thinks he has another gear. That's the scary part with him. So he's obviously a huge part of this team, and hands down, in my opinion, and in a lot of people's opinion, the best player in the game.
You've benefited from playing on his line. What's it like riding shotgun with those guys, and what have you learned about potentially your game as well, and what you can do on the ice with those guys?
Yeah, they're two good players that you want to get them the puck. They're so skilled. Everyone knows they can make plays. So obviously, you just want to be good on the forecheck for them, give them the puck, kind of do the dirty work to get it out of the dirty areas. And once they get the puck on their stick, just go to the net. And you know there's a good chance he'll probably find you. So it's been fun playing with them. Obviously, we have a big test in hand. They check really well tonight, so it'll be another good test.
Yep. Thanks, Tom.
So Josh, yesterday after practice, Ken Hitchcock was pretty complimentary in terms of yours and Joe's development. Just maybe talk about the progression that you felt, because he said maybe at first you guys were finding a tough time to find separation. Now you guys are doing that naturally.
Yeah, I mean, for sure. When you come up, you're obviously a little bit nervous. I mean, you're playing against the best players in the world, so you're definitely nervous, and you don't want to make mistakes. But you know, every day I'm up here. Same for Joe. We just get more comfortable, just being around the guys, around the league, and just playing. And I think just being more comfortable and getting used to things is just the biggest difference. And you know, it's just hockey at the end of the day, so it's no difference. But yeah, just comfortable for sure.
How do you find the balance in terms of trying to take it all in, but also trying to push yourself to become a better player?
Yeah, it's tough. I mean, every day, there's something new. I mean, I say it all the time, and it's literally a dream every day I'm up here. But yeah, at the end of the day, I mean, there's so many people that want to, you know, be in my shoes. So I just got to work hard every day, and just have that mentality that, you know, nothing's really given in this league. Everything is earned. So that's kind of the mentality I have day in and day out, and that's kind of my mentality my whole career.
You guys are playing against the LA Kings tonight, a formidable defensive group. Once they score first, just maybe talk about the importance of the first goal, because they have 20 of 28 wins when they score first.
Yeah, I was watching them play Calgary last night, and once they were up one, yeah, they shut things down. They do a great job defensively. They're a big, heavy team over there. So yeah, getting one early is definitely huge. It kind of puts them on their heels, and you know they don't like playing from behind. No one does, but especially a team like that do such a good job defensively. It's going to be huge to get the first one tonight.
One thing they did against Calgary yesterday was squash any opportunities the Flames had in the neutral zone, especially in the third period. How do you maybe go against that? How do you maybe attack that kind of strategy?
I think just a lot of speed and just getting pucks behind them. I mean, there's not going to be much room out there, so we definitely have to use our speed. I think we're a quick team here, and I think if we use our speed to our advantage and get pucks behind them, something that Ken really stresses is getting pucks deep. And I think if we do that, I think we'll be just fine. And I mean, we're going to have to work for our chances, but I think we'll be all right.
Thank you.
The LA Kings have rattled 3 straight victories, but last night in Calgary, they really relished the opportunity of playing with the lead. What allows them to be so successful in that regard?
Well, they've played 7 of 8 well. They got championship pedigree. I mean, they've got a lot of players that are on the team that are still good players that know how to win. They've augmented the young, fast guys in, and now the younger, fast guys are contributing, but they still got championship pedigree. They got a lot of players that know what it takes, and their team is organized. Right now, they're playing that heavy brand of hockey, and they're playing long minutes in the game with the game tied, or like they did yesterday. That's their game. They get a lead and then lean on you for 50 minutes, and it takes a lot to fight through that because that's big body hockey, and now they've got some quickness in their lineup that augments that, which makes them more effective.
What do you see in Gambardella moving up in the lineup? Why?
Quickness of thought. Like, you come up from the American Hockey League, it's so much quicker up here. Being able to anticipate, to be able to think, to be able to react quicker takes time. And in the last 10 days, both him and Josh, their process of processing things on the ice has sped up a lot, and they're more effective because of it. So now you get to see kind of where a guy's going to be at, rather than is he just a Band-Aid, or is he a call-up, or can he actually play? Like, you never know that stuff until they get up to speed thinking-wise. Both guys' games have improved a lot. Their patience with the puck, their quickness of thought has improved a lot in the last 10 days, so we want to see how he does.
You pull for guys like Gambardella and Curry, who weren't first-round draft choices and have kind of had to grind it out to get to where they are.
Well, I think when you see their careers from where they went, what they did, and the process they've gone through, it takes a lot of character to stay with it. And they've made the climb, and it's been a gradual, slow climb. Like, you look at a guy like Josh, he's gone from the coast to American League tryout, to American League contract, to NHL contract. You really pull for guys like that. Like, you think you cheer and hope those guys are able to take the final step and become regular NHL players. And when you score at the American Hockey League, that's one thing. That allows you to be noticed, but then quickness of thought keeps you up here. And both guys are improving, so it's a good start.
Ken, Connor's on the cusp of a career high in points. Obviously, he's reluctant to talk about it, as is always the case with him. From watching him and coaching in this league for the years that you have you seen another player like him before? And do you think that he might even have another gear above what he's been able to accomplish thus far?
Yeah, I don't think his gear is connected to points, though. I think what he's done this year, and he'd be the last guy to say anything about it, so I'll say it for him, is I think his complete game has moved up to a whole other level. Both him and Leon have moved their game into a whole other degree. They're now what people call 200-foot players. You see their stick positioning. I think some of it is because they're killing penalties now, and you have to, but they've become really good supporting players on the ice for their teammates. They don't play the game on the move. They play it the right way. And for me, both guys have become go-to guys on how to play the game properly. And I think the point totals, they get points because they're so darn skilled and they're smart offensive players. But I just like the way they're playing the game overall, and it's helping us every night because we got 2 guys that we can prop up and say, hey, if your best players can play the right way, then so can you. And it allows me it's a lot easier for me to coach guys that do that, and it's become, they're becoming really easy guys to coach. Okay, thanks.